Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now today's extra video is a Q&A video. I try to do these at least once a month because back when I wasn't a YouTuber, I always looked up to the YouTubers that I watched and I was like, I really wish I could get an answer, you know, a question or an answer to a question that I have. And so I try to make myself as available as I possibly can. We've got my Discord channel, Twitter, Facebook, now Snapchat, that I do try my best to answer questions, but roughly I'd say in a day, when you add up all the questions that I get, even including the YouTube comment section, I probably well get over 250 a day. So it's unrealistic that I could probably answer all of them. So if yours doesn't get answered, I apologize. You can try again, you know, next time I do one, or just try and contact me through the means that I have given. Twitter, Snapchat, Discord, they're all probably pretty damn good to do it. So today we're going to start out on the, sorry, I'm just moving my monitor. We're going to start out on Twitter. Then I'm going to quickly look on Facebook, and then we're going to finish on the Discord like last time. Again, the majority of the questions are probably going to come from the Discord channel because it just seems the best place to do it. Literally what I do, and I did it last time, and now I did it this time, I created a brand new chat room saying, hey guy, and I, you know, got everybody, messaged everybody saying, if you want a question, go, you've got 10 or 15 minutes, and then boom, people are asking questions. There's always generally around 500 people online on my Discord, so it works quite well. But let's begin. So I try to make, I try to make these videos around half an hour. Sometimes they go longer, sometimes they go less. It just depends how my throat is and how, you know, enthusiastic I am about answering questions and that type of thing. So, let's get into it. The first question is, what are your opinions on Dreadnought Darius being Hextech exclusive? Well, there's two answers to this question. It's what do I think about the skin itself, and what do I think about Hextech exclusive skins. First thing, the skin itself, I own the skin, if you're unaware. I unlocked it like the minute one you could probably unlock it. And I like it, you know, it's a nice skin. But do I think it's of the same quality or should be Hextech exclusive? Most likely no. Like, I like it. I'm a Darius player, so it's cool that I have one of the rarest skins in the game for him now, or the rarest skin in the game for Darius. So that in itself is cool. But of a quality that I would say, you know, these skins, yes, you can get very lucky and just get one, but on average they cost around £500 for a lot of people, or $500 to get one, because you're getting the luck of gemstones, which is quite low. So they're they're the most expensive skins in League. Nowadays, you know, back in the day you could buy skin codes and stuff, but you can't anymore. So I don't think it's of the quality of Hextech Annie. I think that's actually the best quality one, because you have the full work on the little Annie with her spells, and then you have a cool Tibbers. I think that's the best one, best value. But I would put Darius above the Vayne. I do think the Darius skin looks better than the Vayne. But then let's go on to the topic, because some people, I had a recent conversation with someone on Facebook saying, oh, these stupid Hextech exclusive skins, blah, blah, blah. You have to remember one thing, and it always annoys me when people moan about these type of things, is League of Legends is completely free to play. There is no paywall behind League. You can play it, you can get Challenger without putting a single dime into League of Legends. People have done that. So when people moan about cosmetic stuff that really doesn't matter, and they try to, you know, give Riot a bad name for cosmetic stuff, to me, that just is, you know, nitpicking and complaining for the sake of it, because you've got this free game. You have to ask yourself, what would you prefer? Would you rather an Overwatch system that all the heroes are free, but there's an initial cost of £40? Or, which a lot of people, trust me, League of Legends would be such a less game in population if they did that, because, you know, a lot of people don't have that £40 just to spend up front. Or would you prefer the system that's currently in place, that is completely free, only cosmetic stuff really is, you know, behind a paywall, because it doesn't really matter. So I personally am fine with it. But yeah, going on the Dreadnought Darius skin, I like the skin because I'm a Darius guy. I like the look of it, but I don't think it's of the quality that it should be. But I still like it. Thanks for the question, though. That was from Morven. Next one is from Cappy. Why aren't you playing PUBG anymore? That's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. You really like those videos. You even subscribed yourself to the Huzzy Extra to see them. They will be coming back. Again, I've just been very busy recently. Had a bit of like a, you know, just a relaxation period. If you don't know, this month of YouTube is actually going really bad for everybody when it comes to ad statistics. It depends how advertiser friendly you are. Like, I have been hit a bit And I'm completely advertiser friendly. You know, I don't even use language in my videos. But my income this month is down probably about 60% of what it was last month. There are some channels out there are on 30% of what they were on the previous month. So talking to other people and that, everybody's just kind of having a more relaxation month until, you know, there's a spring back. And, you know, it's nice just to relax every now and then. But I will say PUBG will be coming back. Tomorrow's extra video most likely will be PUBG on this main channel. The reason for it is, one, I'm going to get back into playing it and back into uploading on that Huzzy Extra channel, so I want to announce that on my main channel in case some people missed the original one-shot video of it. But secondly, I don't have an extra video for tomorrow. As I said to you guys, 2 videos a day is coming back, but I need a few days to kind of catch up and get ahead in replays and content and stuff. And the new patch has actually put a spanner in the works because I was about to record a replay episode, the Huzzy replay analysis episode, and I can't because it's the new patch. So that replay is actually now outdated. So that's kind of a bummer for me. But just to also mention is that we do have the QT going on at the moment talking about gaming events. And if I see anybody giving good feedback and, you know, replying to people or just asking questions, I'm going to pick one person from there to join in on the replay series. That you're completely free. You guys will just be, you know, joining it. So there you go. Next one, some weeks ago, Red Mercy posted a video with leaked skins, reworks, etc. As it turns out, these leaks were accurate, should Riot care or not. It wasn't Red, by the way. Red does, and there's nothing bad with it, but he takes Reddit threads and makes a video from them. The same thing happened when he did the Xerath exploit. Yeah, it was on Reddit, and it was actually Tobias's Fate stream that was what did that. But he's just very quick at getting those videos out. So the leak originally, it was from, everybody thinks it's from the same guy, and he's been doing it for a couple years, and it's surprising that someone hasn't been fired yet. Because as a company, you should always just set traps to give some people different information, see what gets leaked, and if that part of information gets leaked, you know it's that person, because he's the only one that had that specific information. But should we care? Should Riot care? Yeah, they should. I imagine, well, one for us, like some people think, oh no, I wouldn't know this stuff first. But it's the equivalent of like Game of Thrones. Like, would you want to get spoiled the end of Game of Thrones right now? Probably not. I, for myself, would want to see what happens. And that's what's kind of happening in relation here with Riot. If you're a Riot employee that is working on these skins, that is working on this stuff that got leaked, I imagine it's so demoralizing because the whole point and like what you're looking forward to is releasing it, is announcing it, seeing the hype and being like, here you go. And that just kind of gets, like, you know, left hooked out of oblivion when these type of leaks happen. So they're not good. I don't know why people really do them. Maybe for karma or attention. I'm not sure. But it does suck for both us because it makes the skins and whatever's coming out less special. And also it sucks more for the departments that are actually building this stuff because their whole, you know, our moment, yeah, it unfortunately... it means less, so that kind of sucks. We're going to do one more question from Twitter, and then we're going to go over to the Facebook, see if we've got any there, and then we will do more. So some people are asking me about Rakan and Xayah, the new 2 champions. Am I going to be playing them? There's a few people that are asking me, you know, Ashe cannot and stuff like this. Potentially. I obviously do play AD carry a little bit, and I will be actually trying to play more AD carry upcoming in the Unranked Diamond series. I'm actually going to try and record one today. And will I be playing those champions? Potentially. The problem with them that I will find is I want to know how good they are as solo but together, if that makes sense. So I imagine they're going to be very, very good in ranked team environments or flex environments or competitive when there's communication involved, when you can talk to each other with the mobility that they have. But how are they going to work with 2 complete solo players that are playing the pair? Are they going to be able to like respond and react quick enough to each other? Maybe in high rating, but I'm not sure in lower ratings that's going to work very well. So that's kind of what I'll be waiting for to see. Obviously, yeah, I will be playing them. I will be definitely playing them in the Unranked Diamond series. One, and just to say, because I enjoy playing new champions. Again, as someone who's played this game for a long time, new champions are a breath of fresh air because you're used to the same champions for so many years. That's why I always welcome reworks as well, because it's like, oh god, yes, something new, something different. But then also, yeah, the videos do well whenever it's a new champion and people want to know about the champions or they want to get my first impressions, you know. I'm not bad at that, even though sometimes I do miss some of the big points, like holding down W as Galio, you know. that was a big comment in that video. But anyway, there you go. That is from the Twitter. Thank you very much, everybody. Unfortunately, I couldn't answer all of them because I do want to get to the other things. And yeah, on the Facebook, we now have over 20 questions as well. But right, we're gonna do like 4 or 5 from the Facebook as well. So we did 10 minutes on Twitter. We'll do like 5-10 minutes here. This is from Elias. I was thinking about starting a smaller YouTube channel, but I'm afraid of not getting enough views for the thing to continue. What made you start YouTube, and how did you manage to keep up the subs and views? Well, if you're going into it saying you don't know if you'll get enough views to continue, then you don't do it, like, at all. That is the completely wrong reason to do YouTube. And I'm not saying this as like a high horse white knight going, no, shame on you. That is literally like no successful YouTuber has probably gone into YouTube thinking that way. Every YouTuber that has done it has tended to be the person who has nothing going on in their life, or is very bored and just wanted something to do. And that something to do was upload videos to YouTube, and then it just suddenly took off. The thing with YouTube, what people don't understand is, I've had a couple meetings with YouTube, and they've even said this stuff to me, is the vast majority of people who do YouTube for a job, you guys don't even make a big percentage of people who watch YouTube. Like, the most views from YouTube are just random videos on the internet. Like, it's ridiculous. So that means if you want to go into YouTube, don't ever think it's going to be your job, because the chances are it's not. And I know that sounds demoralizing, and I know it is, but I'm guessing I had the same answer if I asked somebody before I started YouTube. It's never a guaranteed thing, especially nowadays. I said earlier, the up and down of how much YouTubers are making, it is forcing some YouTubers to question, are they going to be able to do this for a job? Some people have questioned me about that, because, my channel isn't massive. We're over 100,000 subscribers, which is good. But in relative terms, people have been watching their favorite YouTubers with over 1 million subscribers saying they might have to quit. And there's me going, I'm fine. There is different content that does different things, and I am fine, I'm completely fine for what I do, and I'm not incredibly greedy as such, basically the way that I always think of it, if I'm a university graduate, so if I'm earning more on YouTube than I would doing my university graduate jobs, then I'm pretty happy, because that technically means I'm ahead of where I should be. And I still am, even with like the 60% drop that or the 40% drop that I've experienced, I'm still ahead. So yeah, that's how I'm not greedy. But no, I wouldn't go into YouTube thinking you're going to get views. Just do it for fun. If it happens, if you get views, great. If you don't, well, just have fun making the videos. People have fun filming, playing the games, commentating. Just do it that way. But by the message that you're giving me, I would actually recommend you not to do YouTube, because you're already having the wrong mindset. So, yeah. Next one is going to be from Brad. Who do you think will be the next champion to have a rework, and what are your reasons behind it? There is actually an official rework list somewhere. I'm trying to think what champions are on that list, and I can't remember, because all the champions that I always was like, oh yeah, that champion's getting reworked, they've done them. So I always remember, Galio, Warwick, they've done them now. There was another one, but there, you can find it somewhere. Like, I'm not entirely sure where, but it'll be on the Riot website or something. They have an official list of what champions they're going to be doing reworks for. It might have been Kale or something like that, or maybe Morgana. I'm not sure, but there is an official list, so I don't want to speculate what's next. What champion would I like to see, though? As a personal, this isn't, saying that Riot is doing it. Ooh, good question. Maybe Jax or Aurelia. Both of them are solid, and they've got good champion design, but I'd like just them to be a little bit more modern. And they wouldn't be massive reworks. You'd definitely keep them the way that they are, but maybe give them a graphical update, because they are very old champions. And also just maybe a little tweaks here and there, and just call it like a mini rework, and maybe release it together. Go, hey, these champions are kind of similar. They've always been near each other in like skill and competitive games. Let's do reworks for them both, graphical update, a little bit of a change, and boom, release them both. That would be cool. And then we're going to answer a couple more questions from Facebook. How is your champ? This is from Joe. How has your champion pool changed through the seasons? Do you still play champs like Kale? No, not really. The only champions that have kind of survived the test of time: Lee Sin, Karthus and kind of a Nivea. Like, that's pretty much it. I don't play, like, a lot of people, if you're newish to the channel, you won't know, but the story behind my lion logo, yeah, that comes from like a different variants of a similar logo that was actually based on Rengar. I was a massive Rengar player back in the day, and I wasn't jungle, I was Rengar top, and I was pretty good at it, and yeah, I don't play Rengar anymore at all. My champion pool, like I said to everybody, some people get so confused by it, but I never get attached to a champion. Like, apart from the ones I mentioned, but I'm not even really attached to those. I didn't play Lee Sin for like a year because I thought he was kind of bad. He's good again, so I'm going to play him. But yeah, I never get attached to stuff because I always am like, I'm just going to play this, and then this, and then this. Oh, that's strong, I'll pick that up. And I think it's helped me quite a lot because I've always had questions as well going, how do you play so many champions? I don't get it. You know, you do unranked to diamond every season. You get diamond by playing 100 champions. What the hell? How do you do that? I can't get bronze. I can't get silver playing one. It's just years of swapping my champion pool around. This is what I mean. It's why being a one trick, although completely fine if you want to do it, it will definitely define you skill-wise in one way. So if, say, you're a Z player, then you could probably branch out into, like, Talon and LeBlanc, because they're also assassins. But if you try to put that Z player on Sion, Renekton, Anivia, something like that, that is completely different, they're going to struggle, because it's a completely different skill set. Same if you only played Soraka support, put someone on, like, a more difficult champion, they're going to struggle. That's why I've never, ever only mained one thing. And also, when I do main stuff, if you guys have noticed, my champion pools always are very diverse. I'll always have single target damage, team fighter, tank, always really different. And they will change always all the time as well. And doing that for the 7 odd years that I've been playing has basically just made me a very diverse player. You know, sure, maybe I could have been higher rating if I streamlined. That's obviously definitely a point. But that's not what I find fun. I like being diverse, and I like being able to pick up a new champion within 10 minutes of playing it, as long as I know all the information behind it. You know, like, again, the Galio, I'm quite good at the new Galio now, but if I knew the information about holding the W, I think that episode would... Well, I still got fed in that episode, but yeah. Is just diversity is what I would say is happened to my champion pool. It's am I following the meta? Kinda, but if I've always followed the rule, if the most OP thing is something that I just don't enjoy playing, I ain't playing it. If Udyr jungle suddenly became a god, I'm still not playing Udyr. Like, that's the way that I kind of limit myself. I play this game to have fun, but I also play strong champions, and that does force my champion pool to swap around. But anyway, that's going to be it for the Facebook and the Twitter, so now we're going to head on over onto the Discord, and yeah, go for, I don't know, another 10-15 minutes, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this Q&A. And I will say, and I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the video, but this will kind of go to more hardcore dedicated viewers. So this isn't a sponsor slot at all, but I've never shown it or I shared it on a video on YouTube before, I believe. But it's a really random thing, but I'm going to share my referral link to a company called MeUndies. So again, not sponsored, but if you guys buy something with my link, anybody could do this. I basically just earn credit to buy my own stuff. And the reason why I'm promoting this is I do believe, and this is where it sounds a bit weird, this is the best underwear ever. And it's both male and female. It's the best underwear ever. It's stupidly soft. And the reason I'm promoting it today is today I'm literally wearing them right now. My sweatpants arrived from them. They're lounge pants, so they're proper trousers, but they're made by kind of the same material as the underwear. They are the most comfortable thing in the world. Like, I'm not even over-exaggerating. Again, I'm not sponsored by these people. I'm sharing my referral link, but if you want to use it, great. You help me get another pair of these sweatpants. If not, just buy them. Like, it's amazing, and I would stupidly recommend them. So I'm going to share that, and, you know, we're already 18, 90 minutes in the video, so I'm not sure how many people are going to see this, but if you end up getting a pair, one, I'll know because I can see the referral list, but secondly, let me know what you think. And I know that's very random. You know, are YouTubers promoting underwear to me? Yes, I am, because I want more pairs. So let's get into it. So this is from Diamond on the Discord. What made you decide to become an educational channel? Back in the day, I've mentioned it a few times, when I became a good player at League, there were no educational channels, or very rare YouTube channels that actually help people get better at the game. There were very few of them, and there were more streamers than YouTubers. So when I got good, and then when I was really bored, didn't know what to do, I started making some videos, and they were not League videos. I think I started with an Armor 3 video or something. And then I kind of just had that like moment of, I'm not a bad League player. There's not many League channels around, like, doing what I'm thinking about doing. I'm going to do it. And that's just what happened. And then it just kind of grew. Because I had back then, like nowadays it's completely different. Now the YouTube market, especially League, is completely saturated. But back then there was a gap. You know, the only person from memory that was doing commentaries was Ankle Spanker. That was it. And if people didn't like his sense of humor, his commentary style, there was nobody else. So I kind of just slotted in, and obviously not as big, but I just slotted in and gained an audience that way. So that's kind of what I decided. I was not a bad League player, and there was a gap in the market. So there you go. Next one is, what do I think about support Camille? I think it's good for competitive, bad for solo queue. Again, people get confused whenever I talk about this type of thing, but you can't treat them the same. Competitive people are teammates. They're professionals. They know what they're doing. They're on communication. They trust each other. If I saw a Camille support and I was an AD carry, I wouldn't trust her. And the reason for it is she's a very all-in champion, and I basically just think she's going to jump in and die all the time. So you can't ignore people's mindsets when it comes to solo queue. That's why you don't really want to do troll picks or really off-meta picks, because you do impact people's mindsets straight away. Straight out the gates, people are going to have a negative mindset about certain champions. So I'd say it's good, but I would leave it alone in lower ratings completely. Maybe the higher rating you get, people would understand it a bit more. And but I generally would probably leave it alone in general in solo queue myself. This is from Joseph. How many champions would you recommend someone to have before they begin playing ranked? Well, obviously, you minimum need 16 that you own. Otherwise, the system doesn't let you enter ranked. But I would say, depending how many positions you want to play, but I'd say minimum you have to play 2 positions, because you're queuing up as 2, and voila, you know, you're going to get given one of those 2 roles most of the time. But really, you want to kind of have 3 roles in your back pocket. So you say you're a mid laner and you're a jungler. I'd say have 3 champions minimum per role in those roles. So you have 3 mid laners, 3 junglers. And then what I'd say is you have 1 or 2 supports. And this is for everybody. This is even for somebody that's like, I am never supporting. Just have 1 or 2, because autofill does exist, and especially in lower ratings, you do tend to get autofill to support more than any other role. The higher rating you get, there are more support mains, and you actually get autofilled more to top lane than you do in support. So yeah, I would have a couple supports in your back pocket as well. So in total, if you're talking about 2 roles and 2 supports, you're talking about 6 champions, 8 champions basically. In total, that was the bare minimum I would recommend. Next one is from Foxy. Do you think Talia is strong and can punish people if she gets fed? Well, any champion can punish if they get fed. That's the kind of the definition of fed. But Talia is strong in her own way. Again, she kind of falls into the category of, I don't think she's an amazing solo queue champion. Because she is such a team coordinating champion of, okay guys, I'm going to ult behind them, lock them off, let's go for a massive team fight when they're kind of panicking. You can't really talk about that very quickly in solo queue. Like, you're going to type that before you do it. Sometimes it just happens instantly. So this is where I think she's good. I like her. I like her design. I like that she's an earthbender, but I don't think she's amazing at solo queue. I don't think she's very consistent. And people said this about, oh, Huzzy, you called Aurelion Sol inconsistent. I did. I think these champions are just a little bit too inconsistent. That sometimes they'll do amazing, but sometimes they'll do really bad. Or someone like Orianna can always just do fine. And I think that's what you should be looking for if you want to climb consistently. You're looking for a champion that can do fine all the time. Not amazing and not terrible. You're just looking for the middle ground, so you know what you're doing and you're doing fine, and then you can potentially carry from there. So that's what I'd say. Next question is from, oh, this is hard to pronounce, but Mr. Ansi. We'll go with that. What is the best way to keep calm while you're playing? It's not really a question that I can answer completely. But all I'd say is, people ask me nearly in every video, it's like, how didn't you rage out at that guy? I would have raged, blah, blah, blah. I just don't care enough. Like, again, I don't get why people care that much to rage about a video game. To me, that's kind of sad. And if ever I got to the point, and I'm saying this as myself now, if ever I got to the point where I find myself raging and being toxic in chat, I would quit playing League, because then it is not a video game anymore. It's just taking over my life in a negative way. So yeah, I just don't care enough, really. I don't care about the people that are in game about being toxic to me. Like, I'll just mute them. That's why people go, oh, Huzz, you just mute. Because I just don't care. That's literally why I mute people instantly, because I just don't care about them. I respect them to the degree that I will never troll them. I will never int. I will never, AFK as much as I can. If there's a fire, then obviously I'll run out the building. But I have never AFK'd in the last, I think, 4 years of playing, apart from, I think, an internet or power drop or something like that. But I respect them enough to treat them good as players, but that doesn't mean I have to respect what they're saying. Like, that's my opinion, and that's why I don't get affected by it that much, because I just don't care. And then also what people say is that, okay, they may not be typing anything, but what happens if they're 0-10 after 10 minutes? I'll move on to next game. Like, what? It doesn't matter. Again, it goes back to my 40-40-20 technique of 40% of games you're probably going to automatically lose, 40% of games you're automatically going to win, and then the 20% is the difference. 20% is that nobody DCs, nobody AFKs, everybody's playing, and it's a close game. And I followed that rule for years, and it seems to do well. It seems to be accurate. And I climb pretty much all the time. Obviously, my main account is a bit of a slump right now, but that will probably change when I start playing on it again. So it's just more being confident. And again, one final thing is keeping calm, is being confident in yourself. People sometimes say, oh, Huzz, you're arrogant in these videos. Yeah, sure, I don't really care. To me, it's confidence. I'd rather be confident in myself than not. If you're going into ranked and you're thinking, oh, I don't know how well I'm going to do, don't go into ranked. Go into ranked thinking, I'm going to do well. Otherwise, there's no point. So that's kind of how I stay calm, is I'm confident in myself. I don't really care about others. And I know I'm going to lose occasionally when it's not my fault. My rating is my fault, but losing occasionally isn't. So there you go. Next question is from Bulky. How long does it take you to level up an account, like games or days? I have no idea. I level up accounts like just randomly. So generally, whenever I kind of feel the Unranked Diamond series is coming to an end, or the season is coming to an end in like a month's time, I'll start leveling an account. And it's not every day. I maybe play, like, some days I'll play like 10 games on that account, and other games I won't play any. But the thing that I do is I just buy the double boosts. So the XP boost that you can get in-game in League of Legends, yeah, I'll just buy those and just play. Like, there's no secret. Like, I get people messaging me all the time, how do you level your Smurfs so quick? I don't level them quick. I've never said I have. I just level them. Like, I level them over a time and just do little by little, but having the boosts on, the XP boost, and they just get level 30. Like, I don't get why people always want really fast ways of leveling accounts. Like, there is no secret way other than just playing the game. Like, that's it. There used to be a way back in Season 4 and before that where you could use the rank 3s map, but they got rid of that system. So all you can do nowadays is just play the game and hopefully win more than you lose because you get more XP. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Next question is from Vex. Do you ever take breaks from LoL and try to enjoy other games? If so, what other games do you enjoy? I never have taken a full break from League, really, unless I've been away and I've recorded ahead. But the reason for it is because I do daily content. I don't ever have a full break from League. But what I do is I do a partial break. So what that means is sometimes I will only play League when I'm recording. That's it. I will not play any other League games unless I'm recording a video. And then in the time that I normally would play League off camera, I play something else. Whether that be PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, whether it be poker, a city building game, Prison Architect, something like that. Just usually it's a relaxing game, and I know some people say, "Oh, PUBG is not relaxing." It actually is to me. But yeah, it's just a different game, something completely different League. Right now, actually. I say completely different. I'm actually playing quite a lot of Heroes of the Storm with my friends. I played that since the alpha, and we were getting back into it a little bit, and I'm having fun with that. It's a lot more relaxing, easier MOBA to play, and sometimes it's just nice. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to answer, I think, 3 more in total, and that'll probably be it. Next is from It's Your Boy Bert. How did your uni life affect your YouTube life? How did you balance the two? It was basically, back then I wasn't doing daily content. I was doing content whenever I could. And I remember literally uploading videos saying, hey, there's probably not going to be any videos for 2 weeks because I'm focusing on this. And I did that. There were times that I didn't upload for 3 weeks. But uni took priority. And I always was somebody that was quite good with doing my work. I got the highest grade you could. So I always had the mentality of, okay, I'm going to do this work and then do other stuff. Always do the work first. That's the way that I did it. or just be very confident that I do it anyway. But yeah, majority of the time I did the work first, get it out of the way. You know, sometimes you have a 12-week term. You know what the assignment's going to be in week 1, but it's in week 12. I'd begin working on it in week 3 or week 4 and have it complete by week 8. They're still teaching me stuff and I've got it already complete. So I could go home after the lectures and I'm finished. I don't have to care, and I just played League all the time, make videos all the time. So that's kind of what I did. I just did the work very early, which did require self-study and doing it myself. But that's what uni's all about, is you don't go to uni with somebody holding your hand like a professor. You do it yourself. If you want to get the highest grade, that's the way you do it. So that's pretty much it. Next one is there's a lot of questions. What are my first impressions of Boku no Hero Academia Season 2? So this is an anime question, so I won't spend a long time about it. But no, it's really good. I don't know if you can see behind me, like you see right there where my thumb is pointing, there is My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero manga. I've actually ordered more. There's actually 2 more coming today, and when it's all arrived, I'll have all the manga that's currently been released, and I'm actually going to be reading it. The reason for it is because I'm really enjoying the story right now of Boku no Hero, and I'd rather just read it because I want to know what's going on, because the waiting a week for me is annoying, and let's be honest, we're only getting 20 minutes per week of story. So yeah, I'm going to read ahead. And I'm sure that that won't even ruin the anime for me, because seeing it on the live screen is also really cool. But yeah, no, it's good. If you've never watched anime and you're kind of half on the fence about it, on Crunchyroll, just go watch Boku no Hero or My Hero Academia, and you guys probably won't regret it. So yeah, okay. Final question is from Blazak. Do you watch LCS often? Kinda. I used to watch it like every single game. Like a year ago, 2 years ago, I used to watch every single game of both North America and EU. I've kind of stopped watching EU, and I know it's a really bad excuse saying, but it's mainly because of the casters. I really don't like any of the casters in Europe, apart from some of my friends that are getting there. Like, if you guys know Medic, he's actually, I've known him for years. It's really cool to see, but he's doing, I think, Challenger Series. But I'm guessing he's going to get bumped up to LCS. And that's kind of cool. But yeah, I just don't like the casting teams. Like, I'm going to be honest, if like Quickshot is casting, I cannot watch. If Deficio is watching, I cannot watch. Some of the things that they say, especially Quickshot, it just drives me mental that how wrong it is. So that just put me off watching EU. But I watch NA, but not all the time. You know, if there's a team that I'm like, oh, I want to watch that, then I'll definitely tune in, like TSM. But again, I've definitely watched less of it recently. It's going to take me a lot to get back into watching EU. Like, they'll probably have to announce, oh, we've got all these new casters and stuff, and then I'll give it a go again. But then, yeah, I watch NA, and then I'll watch all the international events. You know, we've got MSI coming up soon, so yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. So if you guys did enjoy the Q&A, throw a like on the video. If you've got any more questions, feel free to ask them below. I'll try to get through some of them. But again, the other ways of asking, Discord, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, they're also not bad ways. But no, I try to do these once a month because I really like having interaction with you guys. And yeah, so I'm going to try and record more videos later now. I'm going to do a episode of Unranked Diamond, and then probably do A to Z episode or something like that for tomorrow. So if you guys did enjoy, like it, subscribe. See you guys next time.